Hello there, Yasmin here. Welcome to my channel, My Education, My Power. Today I am going to share about one of the greatest personality ever. His amazing and heroic life not only that inspires, but also it educates because the term dignity and integrity are unfamiliar to some people. His personal and political ideas are expressed in a way that only an aware, kind, and compassionate reader would comprehend the true message. Yes, you are right, my friend. He is none other than Nelson Mandela. Long Walk to Freedom from the book First Flight, Class 10. Entire text will be appearing before you on your screen with the meaning of all the difficult words. Do highlight the words to remember. So let's get started. What would you say if anyone would imprison for 27 years for no crime? Would anybody be able to forgive his captors? Would he take revenge? What say, my friends? Surprisingly, Nelson Mandela chose forgiveness, and he never stopped trying to build a better world. Let's discuss about the author. Interesting fact about the author here is Nelson Mandela himself. Nelson Mandela was born in 1918 in South Africa. At the age of 7, he went to school, and his teacher gave every pupil a new name. This is where he got the name Nelson. Sadly, South Africa was not a democratic country. So black people did not have the same right as white people. Until 1991, the government had a system called apartheid, where all black people had to live apart from the white people and they could not share anything. Mandela admired Gandhiji and hoped that peaceful protest would end apartheid. Eventually, he was arrested and sentenced to life in prison when he was accused of trying to overthrow the government. Nelson never gave up hope that South Africa could peacefully change. After many years in prison in 1990, Mandela was finally set free. He asked everyone to work together and create peace between black and white people and worked with the government to gain rights for the black people. For his amazing and peaceful work, he was awarded with the Nobel Peace Prize in 1993, and in 1994 he became the first black president of South Africa. Mandela retired in 1999 but is still an inspiration to people working towards freedom and fairness. Let's discuss the biography of great leader Nelson Mandela through his words. It was a day of achievement. 10th May 1994 was the great day for him. The day when he sworn in as the first black head of state, South Africa. It was after a very long years of struggle that his anti-racist party came into the power. Until then, the seat had already always been occupied by white presidents. That is why the author referred to the day as bright and clear here. It was a morning full of hope, full of expectations. Days before this date, many well-known personalities visited him to congratulate for Nelson's victory. People had witnessed Nelson's victory and overwhelmed with joyous. For the very first time in the country's history, so many international leaders came together for the ceremony. The ceremony took place in an open circular building made of sandstone consisting of union buildings in the Pretoria. It is a city of South Africa. Here in this paragraph, Nelson Mandela was accompanied by his daughter Zinani on his very big day. First, the two vice presidents took an oath. Then when his turn came, he committed to respect and protect his land as long as he lived and abide by the constitution, and to devote his entire life into the welfare of the country. The author Nelson Mandela also mentions some part of his speech where he said that everyone by his presence was giving rise to hope for a new beginning, for a new journey. Previous rulers were discriminatory and biased and lasted for long, but now he would stand up against discriminations. He is glad to host a ceremony with the presence of global leaders. It is an achievement in itself. South Africa was known for practicing apartheid, therefore lost all its international political relationships. But now there is no such practice or any differences on the basis of race and gender. Other nations are happy to have healthy democratic relationships. Finally, Nelson Mandela and his party have come to power and they pledged to make everyone proud. Then Nelson Mandela thanked everyone, especially the international leaders, for joining them in celebrating their achievements. Here he declares the final achievement of political freedom after such a great struggle. His government also promised to free everyone from any kind of biasness like poverty, discrimination, and inequalities. He also assures everyone of the country that none of the community will be considered inferior. He then exclaims with loud voice that let the freedom rule over the country and may God shower his blessings on the land, South Africa. Just after the newly elected president's address to the audience, an impressive arrangement of fighter jets, helicopters, and soldiers, transporters raised everyone's head up in the sky. It symbolized perfection as well as military respect and obedience towards the free country. The high commanders who have won medals for their bravery also saluted him with respect. Mandela reminds of these known commanders who were now saluting him would have arrested him under the previous rule as during the oppressive white supremacy. He was treated to be a criminal at that time. The air show finally ended by making of the South African flag in the sky from smoke beneath the jets. He also remembers the day when two different national anthems of the country were played. One for the whites, mean white people, and other for the blacks. On that day, no one knew the wordings of the anthem of the blacks, but Mandela was confident that everyone would soon learn this anthem that they once hated. On the day of inaugural ceremony, the author Nelson Mandela was remembering the days of past when this whole system of apartheid emerged. It resulted in inequality in the society and inferior treatment of dark-skinned people. They were not allowed to enjoy any basic fundamental rights. As a result, one of the world's most brutal and inhuman society was born. This began even before he was born. This system created an atmosphere of extreme cruelty and injustice for a particular part of the community. Now, when he is in the eighth decade as a man, he, along with countless others, have changed this entire system that treats humans as humans. No matter which color they have, no matter which caste they belong to, no gender bias and all. Finally, the day been a result of equal and free country after a long struggle with sacrifices of countless other men and women who have fought all their life to see this huge day. The author wishes if he could thank them all, but unfortunately they didn't live to see the result of their courage. Nelson Mandela gathered his courage and power from all these people and thus wishes to make them proud. In this paragraph, the policy called apartheid scared many people and it would take a long time for them to move on. The author mentions that this hard time had its negative impact, but it also exposed a lot of strong and courageous men who stood up and raised their voice and stand against of this policy. Then he says South Africa is rich in minerals and gems, but its greatest strength lies in its people. Nelson Mandela gained his strength to stand against the wrong from all the great nationalities he mentioned above, who have been risked their life for freedom and tolerated ill treatment, but never stopped fighting. He learned that courage didn't mean the absence of fear, but the ability to overcome fear. The man who overcomes his fear is called brave. He said that people are taught by the society to hate humans because of their skin, color, age, gender, and religion. No one is inborn with hatred. The author's idea is that if people can be taught hatred, they can also be taught love and brotherhood. In the most testing times in prison, when he was in the jail, When they were being treated brutally, Mandela would see a pinch of humanity and kindness in one of the guards, and that was enough to keep him going. He believes that goodness in human beings can be suppressed but never eliminated. According to the author, every human being has its own responsibility towards the family and as well as the society. Generally, under normal circumstances, a person can maintain the balance between the two, but in countries like South Africa, it was never so easy. When a person of color, of different color, would come up for his society, he would be arrested and taken away from his family, thus keeping them away from fulfilling both responsibilities. In the beginning, Mandela did not put his own people over his family. But later, when he realized that in order to be there for his family, he was compromising his duties towards his own family. The author did not have the plan to stand against the apartheid system early in life. He lived his childhood like a normal child in South Africa. He only had to follow the rules set up by his father or the customs of his tribe. As soon as he grew up and began to learn the facts as to how people of color are treated, he decided to stand against it. He had this urge for freedom from inside, earlier just for himself and later for having a basic life not just for himself but for everyone. In Johannesburg, they had to struggle for having a peaceful marriage, family, and basic amenities, which everyone has access to where law and order exist. Finally, he joined the African National Congress. When he realized it is not only him whose basic rights were snatched away, but all of those who looked like him, he had this fire inside him to free his people from the injustice. It was this fire that changed the author completely as a man. From being scared to brave, a lawyer to the one breaking the law, a family man to a man without a home, and a lively man into being a monk. It was the knowledge that he and his people have restricted freedom that made him into a selfless man as opposed to before. According to him, freedom cannot be divided. Snatching it away from some was equivalent to taking it away from everyone. That meant taking it away from the author. In the very last paragraph, he mentions that the need of freedom from inequalities and cruelty are as high as that of the oppressed, because the oppressor is bounded by the shackles of hatred. He has the weight of all the people who he has tormented, for he carries the curses of all their families, for taking away someone else's freedom and making them a prisoner. He becomes a prisoner of biasness. Thus he is robbed of his humanity and need to be freed. Let's have the summary. Nelson Mandela, the first black president of South Africa, after more than 3 centuries of white rule, celebrated very vividly the grand ceremony of the first democratic non-racial government. Being sworn in, he said radiantly that never, never again shall it be that this beautiful land will again experience the oppressions of one by another. He pays homage to the freedom fighters like Oliver Tambo, Luthuli, Yusuf Dadoo. They were men of uncommon courage, wisdom and generosity. He regards the death of thousands of people who sacrificed their lives for the cause of courage. It is not the absence of fear but the victory over it. No man is born with harassment, rather love which comes natural to the human heart. He says every man has his duties to his family, to the community and to his country to perform honestly. Well done for sticking with me all the way through to the end of the lesson. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, just down there. So I will see you in the next one. Till then, take a very good care. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.